Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Samantha and I am the Luxe Wife, and welcome back to another amazing home video. Well, as you see, Black Friday deals are here, and for most companies, for most brands, the deals have already started. We're not going to waste any time today. I've broken them down pretty much into categories, and we're going to start off incredibly strong, starting with electronics. Electronics is Black Friday's biggest day sales, okay? And I know over the years there have been some stipulations when it comes to Black Friday, whether it's been feeling the same, whether it's been not, and I think brands have taken heed to that, and they have started their Black Friday deals, and they've absolutely started them earlier. Okay, now some of these deals that I'm going to tell you, I may or may not already have them just because they were too good to pass up, and I have been watching them and eyeing them and wanting them all year long, so it just made perfect sense. Now I'm going to be mad if after Black Friday is cheaper, but you know what, it's okay to save some coins. So with that being said, let's get started. If you take a look at the bottom of the screen, I will have every categorized in each section for you, so that way you can jump to each section as needed. Of course, I would love for you to watch this video to its entirety. Most of today's items are all home. I think all of them are all home. Maybe one isn't, but I'm pretty sure all of them are all home. And I want to also preface this by saying, if there are things that you have seen in my videos prior to today, I can guarantee you there's a high likelihood that they are going to be on sale as well. Just go to the video that you want. If you have items that you're desiring or that you're looking at, and just click on the links, because the links are always in the description box, okay? And that's no different from today's video. The links are in the description box, and on top of the links being in the description box, if there's anything that I could tag here simultaneously onto YouTube so that way you can shop conveniently, I will do so. So guys, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. For the items that will be linked separately onto Amazon, I have curated an entire list of Amazon Black Friday deals that you can shop directly on a link, and there will also be items on that list that does not get touched in today's video. I just don't want to specifically make this video about $5 or $10 items. I want to make this video about items that you're really going to save some really great money on. Let's get going. So starting off strong with electronics, okay? So my husband and I have been eyeing, and I want to say primarily my husband has been eyeing the Bose surround sound for like forever. If you know, Bose has been around for a long time, and the price point and the quality is top notch, but the price point is incredibly up there. Now this Black Friday, this coming week, all of Bose surround sound systems are completely on sale, but with Bose you have to keep in mind a lot of times you have to buy everything individually. So with the Bose sound bar, that is one of the great deals that we have seen this Black Friday, saving you over $200 for the sound bar. The sound bar is very impactful, and it just makes complete sense when it comes to, of course, adding that sound to your living room. Now, to be honest with you, yes, this is the holidays, but if your husband, if your man, if your significant other is into electronics as well as like surround sound, which most men are, this would be something I would definitely gravitate towards for Christmas. And if you're like me, you want to get started early on Christmas, and if you already started, these are the deals for you. Now moving on from a different speaker but the same brand is Bose. It's the Sound Link Max. I also have the Sound Link. Now I know this is not a sponsored video, but Bose did give me the Sound Link Max, and when I tell you the sound is top notch quality, this speaker itself retails at just over $600. During Black Fridays, I've seen it just under $400. It is honestly the best I have heard. I know there are a lot of surround sounds once again and systems out there, but this sounds so good, so good. Now on to my ladies, something smaller. If you're getting out of that section, let's talk about things I like to do on my side time, which is read, okay? And the Kindle this year, you have the Kindle, you have the Kindle Paperweight, you have the Kindle Color Soft. You have multiple options when it comes to the Kindle, as well as a separate sizing. The smallest one comes in at 6 inch which you can get the basic Kindle, and she's cute, she's quaint, but again, she is small. Now, of course, there were people that are like, oh my god, you can download the app onto your phone or onto your iPad, but I think the most important thing is to get those devices out of your hand that's going to distract you from what you're reading, because if you're on your iPad and you're reading and you constantly have notifications coming in, it's going to distract you. Also, the lighting is harsh on your eyes when it comes to reading, and the Kindle, it caters to taking care of your eyesight, which we have to do, okay? So the basic Kindle comes in under $80 when it's retailing at typically over $100 for the Kindle. So I think that's something, honestly, that is on my wish list for Christmas this year. And a lot of these items that I'm telling you guys about, you already know, they're on my Christmas wish list too, okay? And lastly, let's talk about something that you may not be into, but maybe your children or maybe someone around you or maybe even your significant other, which is the Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses. I want a pair myself. They have a different gens and different quality when it comes to the sunglasses. They retail at over $300 just for the basic pair, but right now during Black Friday they're just over $200. So you're relatively saving over $100, which when I start to think about savings, now we can start having conversations when we got more than $100 off, because that makes incredible sense to me. Now, when it comes to electronics, that is all that I have. I don't really like to dive deep in going into TVs and stuff like that, because I like people to do their own research. I am not that guru when it comes to that type of, you gotta get this TV or you gotta get that. I am not. Although I am on the market for one, I'm not that person. It's been probably 7, 8, maybe 8, 9 years since we purchased a TV, and it's about time for a new one. But the quality on the one that we do have is still amazing. So there's that. Moving out of electronics and talking about the fun things that we love to talk about when it comes to all things home, let's talk about coffee tables. Coffee tables is the time to buy them, from Wayfair to Target, believe it or not, to Amazon. Coffee tables are on sale. As you guys know, I just recently purchased a coffee table from Home Goods, and the table is gorgeous. I even posted the table onto TikTok. If you're not following me there, I would love to have you there. And I have gotten nothing but rave comments about how gorgeous the table is. Now, I have a link, some very comparable tables for Black Friday when it comes to coffee table. I know this is a time of the year where we want to impress our guests and we want to show off our space and our place, and having a coffee table, a gorgeous coffee table, is definitely a showstopper, okay? Mine with this marble on top is gorgeous. It's just undeniably it's just gorgeous, okay? So I have linked some great options here when it comes to this beautiful coffee table, which I think is just so gorgeous. She is just a chef's kiss. I love being able to mix and match modern and traditional and organic furniture, just to bring it all in, just to make it look like one elevated space. That is what I long for. That is what I yearn for when it comes to designing my space. So whether if you're going towards something that is darker in tone, more of a lighter tone, more of your walnut colors, I have them all linked for you, okay? Now, while we're on the topic of furniture, let's also talk about nightstands. I just recently myself, me and my husband, purchased 2 new nightstands. Now, you guys know these are the nightstands that we already had, so we have not gotten them together and gotten them set up. And you know why? Because we're doing that with you guys. I want to create and share that experience with you guys when it comes to unboxing those nightstands. It's not a sponsored video. This is something I organically myself we purchased, and of course I want to give my full opinion on how I feel about it. But they're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. But speaking of nightstands, in the latest video, when I talk about some of the things that I wanted, I talked about these nightstands, and all of them are on sale, even cheaper than when I was talking about them. So if you're looking to upgrade your space this holiday season, when it comes to your bedroom, nightstands is the way to go. These nightstands are incredibly gorgeous. I even like the ones with the faux marble top. So good. So good, so good. Now let's talk about beds, because beds are as low as $99. Yes, $99. Beds are as low as $99 when it comes to Black Friday. Now when we talk about deals, those are the deals we're gravitating towards, because long goes the days of paying $500, $600, $700 for a bed, especially if it's for an extra bedroom or if you have a small space and you're trying to cater to a guest room. Now if this is your forever home, and I understand you want to dump money into it, you want quality pieces, absolutely. But I'm also not saying that just because you spent under $200 for something that it's not quality, because it can be quality. Always remember that price does not dictate the quality of all items. Some items, yes, but not all of them. Okay, so we have beds here as low as $99, upwards of $150, under $200, under $300. These are the price points we're talking about when it comes to Black Fridays, because these are the savings we want to go towards. I love every single one of these beds, and to be honest with you, I would have every single one of these beds in my home. They're gorgeous. It checks off that list of being very modern. It checks off that list of being able to style it however I want to when it comes to having a bed. I love, as you can tell, a beautifully styled bed. And when we go into redecorating our bedroom with our new nightstands, you will see the nightstands, you will see elevated lamps, you will see new bedding. Everything will just look so gorgeous. And I love being able to mix and match when it comes to prices. So the bed may be inexpensive, but the bedding, the mattress, it's gonna cost you. Now let's roll over and let's talk about mattresses, since we're also talking about bedding. And every single video I do, I talk about Sweet Night mattress, because the quality is so good on those Sweet Night mattress when it comes to the price point. For a mattress between $300 and $500, it feels so good. I have sat on $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 mattress, and I promise you, it felt better. It felt better. I almost want to go as far as saying they probably come from the same manufacturer. They probably do. It's just one is a standalone store and one is selling wholesale and selling on to Amazon. Okay, so I love this Sweet Night mattresses. I've told you every single bed in our home, every single bed in my mom's home has Sweet Night mattress, because there is nothing about them that are horrible quality. Everything about them is great quality. So make sure you get one that is the memory foam with the cooling gel, because that is where you're going to get your money's worth when it comes to these type of mattresses. You want something that's going to cool you off at night. It's not going to track heat. You want something that is also spring free. I don't know what it is about mattresses with spring beds, but for some reason they tend to hurt and make me hurt, and make my body hurt more. And I don't know what it is. Maybe as I've gotten older, but I think it's a correlation in between those springs in your body. I don't know, but when I figure it out, if you figured it out, let me know in the comments. Now remember how I said at the beginning of this video, there will be a link to Amazon with all of my Black Friday deals that I don't necessarily dive deep into, and that's really going to be bedding, just because I can go on all day about bedding. I will link my favorite bedding set when it comes to my duvet and comforter. I will link that, but there are so many bedding that are on sale, and I know for the holiday season sometimes people like to kind of like mix and match when it comes to holidays. If you want my tip during this video, when it comes to styling a bedroom for holiday season, I like to keep it minimal. I don't like to go overboard, so maybe hints of like Christmas trees and stuff here and there, just little small things. If your room is big enough for you to have a full-size Christmas tree, have a full-size Christmas tree. And if you have maybe an accent chair, throw a Christmas pillow and throw in that chair. And then when it comes to your bedding, keep it minimal. I like to keep the white with maybe like red trimming or maybe like green trimming. Those items, I will have them linked in that list so you can take advantage of them. But those, when it comes to bedding, you will see the best deals because they're under $50. They're under $100. The qualities, this is 100% quality. I do not deviate from it. I've had it on all of my beds since, let's just go with 2020. It's about to be 2026. So there's that. Now I'm going to talk about a little electronics and finish off with some kitchen pieces, and we will be done. I will let you guys go and we'll be happy shopping today for and the rest of this week. So let's talk about something that I recently purchased that is on an incredible deal, which is Dyson. Now you guys know I love Dyson. I've also talked about Dyson in every single video, okay? And especially when it comes to like Black Friday deals. They are top of the line vacuum cleaners. They are worth the hype. They are also worth the price point. But if you can get them on sale, like Black Friday sale this week, Cyber Week, those are the deals you want to gravitate towards. I recently purchased the Dyson V15 Absolute. I think it's the Dyson V15 Detect Absolute coming from a Dyson V8. That is like two totally separate machines. Now they're both very quality. They both will suit anybody's needs. But the Dyson V15, it has the LED lighting on it. So when you're vacuuming hard surfaces, you can see what you're getting, what you're not getting, and so forth. It comes with amazing multiple attachments. Now let's get into the price point, because that's the most important thing you came here for, right? Okay, now the Dyson V15, if we're going to start there, it retails at over $800. So by the time taxes and all the bells and whistles, you are close at $900 walking out the door. But that's during the regular year. That's during the regular time of the year. This time of the year is just at over $500, which is an amazing price. When you think about it, it's an amazing price. The Dyson V15 comes in just over $500 compared at that $900 price point that you would pay typically throughout the year. And then if we compare it to the Dyson V8, the Dyson V8 is going to be under $200. So it's honestly your discretion of when it comes to price point. Now we are adults here, and of course, I'm going to always tell you buy it nice or buy it twice. And honestly, with Dysons, having a Dyson for 5, 6, 7 years before I purchased my new one, I 100% know that I got my money's worth. When I spent $200 last time, $300 last time on my Dyson, that I 100% got my money's worth. Now, honestly, I still 100% can use my Dyson V8. I've gotten to the point where I have to purchase new batteries, new filters, and things of that sort. And so there's that, because the battery isn't lasting as long. But I love the Dyson V15. I think it's a heck of a machine. If you have a smaller space, obviously, of course, I'm going to lean towards saying the Dyson V8. And if you have a bigger space, you can also lean towards getting the V15. Let me also say, because I didn't say this, there are models in between the 8 and the 15 that are mimicking in price when it comes to what you're spending for the Dyson V11. And they have different kinds. So you don't primarily have to get the top of the line. And I don't even think the 15th is the top of the line. I definitely think it's more. But they are also, again, the Dyson V11 if you don't want to go with the baseline of the Dyson V8. I also want to say that those are cordless machines, so they recharge. But if you want to go along with something that you're used to, like a push vacuum, like the Dyson Ball, I definitely want one. I've talked about that, and I think there's nothing like the suction on a vacuum cleaner you plug into the wall. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Maybe it's just what I'm used to growing up, just plugging that vacuum cleaner in the wall and moving it across the floor. But that's my personal opinion. Now, enough about vacuums. Let's also talk about the Bissell Pro Heat Steamer, a little green, that I recently purchased as well. In the price point, oh my god, this machine is over $200, but it's just over $100 for Black Friday. You guys know here on my channel on multiple times I've talked about the little Bissell that I've had before when it comes to like cleaning. I have the Pro Heat, and it is really good. It recently died on me. Yeah. And I got it on a deal before when I got it about 6 or 7 years ago, and I'm 100% sure I got it under $100. So I got my money's worth. It lasted an incredible long time. So it was time for an upgrade. It was time for a nicer machine, going up in a little bit in price when it comes to the ones that I had prior. And when I tell you this machine is so good, it is so good, and I love it absolutely so much. There is no coming back from it. Honestly, you will get to see me use this machine time and time again here on my channel when it comes to cleaning my chairs, my sofas, my kitchen chairs, bar stools, because I do have cloth chairs. It also can spot clean carpets as well. So if you want something that is handheld versus a very large machine to try and tote around, this is the machine for you and you will not be disappointed. And the last three things I want to talk about when it comes into Black Friday is, the first things first is this new Keurig. You have the Keurig K Mini machine and you also have the Keurig K Mini Made. One is slightly bigger than the other, but I know here on this channel I have a large group of individuals who don't have a large kitchen. Like, I don't have a very large or oversized kitchen. So having the Keurig K Mini Made, which is just under 10 inches tall when it comes to a coffee maker, that's something that's honestly is as tall as a 30-ounce Stanley. Okay, having something about the height and the size of this Stanley when it comes to a coffee machine, and you still can get up to 12 ounces when it comes to making you a coffee or hot chocolate or whatever you want to desire. I love that option. They are typically over $80, but during Black Friday I have been seeing them as low as $39 on Target, also on Walmart, as well as Amazon. So if you are in the market for maybe a new Keurig or maybe even a coffee machine and you've never had a Keurig before, I love having the K cups and just being able to just make and go. The Keurig K Mini Made is going to be on a much smaller scale if you have a compact size kitchen, and then they have the next size up, which is the Keurig K Mini. It's just a little bit more condensed versus the dual size, but it's still bigger than the Made. And I think those are retailing right now for over $90, but during Black Friday they are more than half off. So you have your option to choose from, but they are so good. And let's talk about pots and pans. I've talked about these pots and pans, these time and table pots and pans from Walmart for forever, and honestly they are some of the best pots and pans that I have used in my lifetime. They last an incredible long time. Of course, now they're not your $1,000 or $1,500 pots that's intended to last you for a lifetime, but until you can get to that point, or until you are able at a point where you can spend that price point, time and table is a great price point at under $100 during Black Friday, and getting a pot set for $49, $69, and $89. Now typically it is over $150 for a pot set, which is still a great price point when it comes to pots. But the time and table is great quality they're just amazing quality for the price point. I have not, from all the places I have had pots from, that is a great pot set. That is a great pot. That's not even beginners. Like, if you are someone who cooks, I cook 5 to 6 days out of 7. I am a cooker, and my money's worth. I know you guys have seen me recently got some pots from Quint, and they are gorgeous as well, and they are great as well. I have no quarrels about that, but again, that's going to put you at a higher price point than the time and table, and the time and table is just gorgeous, and you're spending less. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about this Drew Barrymore set at Walmart. The Drew Barrymore set is incredibly gorgeous from all of the colors that it has, and it has everything from coffee makers on to crock pots on to air fryers, every single thing. Okay, now I've recently gotten the air fryer in the last couple months, and I have been using it consistently. The products are gorgeous, but Black Friday they are on sale. The air fryer is even more on sale than when I got it. So there is that. Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose. I tell y'all that all the time. But in this particular case, it was cheaper than mine. It's cheaper than mine that I recently purchased. So I love everything about this Drew Barrymore set. The colors are gorgeous. I lean to more the white or maybe like the black, but I've seen people have the green set, the blue set, and they're all gorgeous into their own kind. They're all gorgeous. But guys, that is all that I have for you in today's video when it comes to a Black Friday deals. I will probably throughout the week, now I do have a full-on family, go ahead and list some things here on YouTube wherever I see fit when it comes to sale price and what's the great deals. Now keep in mind, Cyber Week is going to roll around immediately after, so some of these deals are still going to be on sale. But if you want to beat the hassle, you don't want to leave your home, you want to shop and lay in the bed in the comfort of your home, I understand. I also understand today's climate, so that's why I want to get you the best deals. I don't want to go too far into spending upwards of $2,000 and $3,000. Yes, you can, but you don't have to. But always remember, buy nice so you don't have to buy twice. But guys, that is it. That is all that I have for you today. But until next time, until we commit to some more Christmas decor, I will see you guys later. Bye.